what is up? Welcome to another video on the Morgan Taylor vlog channel. So, your girl's currently on her way to work. What else is new? Obviously, when I'm in this car, that's usually what I'm doing. I look like a hot mess. Don't mind my hair and the grays and everything. We're going to get that covered soon. But I just wanted to hop on here because I'm actually super excited to tell you guys that I started another podcast, which is wild because I sometimes think I'm spreading myself a little too thin, but I've been wanting to do a podcast for a really long time. As you guys know, I do have Morg with Morg, which is a podcast, but it is true crime, paranormal, morbid topics that a lot of people don't like talking about because I am interested in those topics. But I feel like I wanted to showcase more of my personality and just something on another podcast type form, just because I can only be so loud and I guess really my personality with morbid topics. So what I was trying to say is so long story short, during COVID, if you guys have followed me for a while, maybe you know or maybe you don't know, I don't know, but I did a segment on my Instagram lives and it was called GirlChat. And essentially, when I started it, it was just supposed to be it was during the pandemic when we couldn't be physically out. And I was like, I think that would be cool to showcase people's businesses essentially and promote them. So I created, the GirlChat, and I was really excited about that because it was just something to do, and I felt like it was helping other women promote their small business, and that's essentially why I started GirlChat. And I've been thinking about it a lot lately because it was just something I really was obsessed with doing at the time, and I really don't remember why I stopped or why it ended or why I just didn't continue with it. I really don't even remember why. I think I was going through a lot of things at the time with YouTube in general that maybe that's what I just didn't even think, and I just stopped everything because I really don't remember why I stopped. That's the crazy part, is it was such a long time ago that I can't even comprehend why I stopped, because I was like, that's such a cool concept, you know what I mean? And it's not to say there's not people already doing that, but I wanted to do it in a setting where it's people could just feel like they could talk about whatever, you know what I mean? Especially women, because it's a women type podcast. But it's if you're just sitting down with your girlfriends. Hold on, I am going to make a coffee order real quick. One second. Hi, can I just do a medium French vanilla iced latte with sugar? Yeah. Just one. Yeah. That's it, thank you. So yeah, essentially it was, during the pandemic, it was something to do. I actually had a couple girls on there and they were promoting their businesses, and I really loved that vibe. So I wanted it to be more of just girl talk in general, not necessarily just business related. I wanted it to be whatever you would talk with your girlfriends when you're out having dinner, or even just drinks. If you're going out for drinks especially, and sometimes feelings or things and talks happen, during those moments, and I'm but why not make it a podcast form and have people just be able to talk about whatever. And I think that would be such a cool concept to do. And not to say again, it hasn't been done before, but it's definitely something I would put my own little twist to it. But I would talk about whatever, nothing would be off the table to talk about. Talk about drama, past relationships, crazy stories, just anything you want to talk about. Or even if you do want to talk about business and your business and the come up and the transformation, whatever it is, I'm all about talking about that on this podcast. So I'm just really excited. So the podcast is called GirlChat, but it's called GirlChat the Audacity. And I just love it because it's going to emphasize what I talk about. We're going to talk about things that maybe others might not feel comfortable talking about, or just have like any just normal conversation, just where you're sitting down with your friends and making it comfortable, and not like it's like, you know, interrogative or like interview-ish, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want people to feel like I'm interrogating them or it's like an interview for a job. Like, it's just me sitting down, like, talking with you and whatever. So I have all the details on that. I'm gonna link it down below, as well as like the ad I have for people who want to maybe submit me their stories, or if they want to actually become a guest on the show and just talk about whatever they want to talk about. I'm down, I'm all ears, and yeah, I'm excited because it's like a cool little different side of me that I'm showcasing, you know what I mean? Because I'm all about being professional and things like that, but it's like, I feel like I've always had to like dim my light and dim my verbiage because I do curse a lot. I do have a potty mouth, raunchy mouth. So like, I don't want to feel like on this podcast I have to like limit myself on what I can say or do. Like, it's pretty much whatever is said is said. And I think that, you know, I don't know, like, I just think that that's more of the vibe I'm going for. Like, I'm not necessarily going for like, oh my gosh, this prim and proper, classy, you know, like talk very, you know, sophisticated vibe. Like, I'm going to talk like the Philly trash that I am. And yes, I'm down to be called Philly trash because I'm from Philly. So if you say I'm from Philly and I'm trash, it's a compliment. Like, I'm going to literally print it out and hang it up on a wall somewhere. So anyway, besides that, I'm just really excited, and I think it's one of those things that I've been wanting to do, but I've been feeling a little weird doing it because, you know, with my inner circle, I don't want them to think like, you know, I'm promoting like, I don't know, like a sex show. Like, it's not like that at all. It's just, we literally will talk about anything and anything. All right, guys, give me 1 second. Let me just get my phone. Thank you. Alright guys, so she's got her coffee, she's on her way to work. So yeah, I am excited for this. And it could be anything, guys. If you want to just talk about trauma, or if you want to talk about something shitty that just happened to you, or you want to get something off your chest, or if you want to just talk about like a crazy breakup story, or whatever, crazy story period, no matter what it entails, I'm all for it. So that's essentially what this podcast is going to be about, and that's why it's called the Audacity. Well, GirlChat, the Audacity, just because nothing's off limits here. We're going to talk about whatever, and yeah, essentially that is the whole premise of it. And I want it to just be like entertainment, but also like you are getting something out of it. Like, I want you guys to maybe be inspired by somebody, because again, it's anything and everything. So it could be someone who has a crazy come-up story, who had, you know, dealt with literally the most craziest obstacles to get to where they got to. Like, it's not just, you know, unhinged, you know, stuff. Like, it's a bunch of things. Like, I didn't want to be limited to a specific thing. So that's kind of like why I'm still feeling it out and seeing what goes and what people like. But overall, you know, I'm not, no judgment here is essentially what this podcast is. So yeah, I'm excited and a little nervous too, but more excited just because it's like I'm finally being able to really talk and get my point across. Could you like get over just a little bit so I can move up? Really? Move up a little bit. I literally like want to just get around you. Just move up like a tad bit, cause would like to follow me on there, I'll send you, or have my Instagram on the bottom, as well as my YouTube channel. That's going to be where all the podcast episodes go. And I'm going to just see how it goes. I mean, who knows? It might not be that great, and I might go, F this, or it could turn into something bigger and better. I don't know, but we shall see. I do love talking, and I was always told as a kid, like, I talk too much. Like, when I was in grade school, not high school necessarily, people, like, follow me from high school, they have a whole different perception of me, but, like, during grade school and pre-K, like, I was a very talkative kid, and I think it just when I got to high school, I became a little bit, like, reserved, because, you know, you're dealing with new kids, and a lot of them were really obnoxious, so high school wasn't my thing. But anyone that tells you, like, grade school, I actually had a teacher that named me Morgan Motormouth. She's like, you talk too much, you're disruptive, which is so funny. And so essentially, like, that's what I was. And I'm embracing it now, because now I'm like, there's podcast platforms, like, people do this for a living, they talk, so I'm like, why wouldn't I, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm excited for this podcast. It's good to be a different side of me, but I'm, like, really excited because it's definitely more of me. Like, this is, like, how I am with my friends, and I'm not ashamed of it. And, you know, people think that it's, you know, too much, like, I don't care, that's just who I am. I am a lot, and, you know, like, I just think it's a cool concept. And I've had it, like I said, when COVID was happening, and I was talking to, like, I was literally just having drinks, like, it was Instagram Live, and we were just, like, I was sitting down with whoever it was at the time, and we were just talking about, like, life, and, like, what they're doing, and, like, you know, the come up, and what they're, like, promoting their businesses, and just, like, shouting them out, and all that stuff. So I'm all about that, and it was a way for me to, like, get introduced into interviewing people, because I never did that before. But like I said, I don't want my podcast to be like an interviewee-ish, like, how do I word it? Like, I don't want it to be like it's obvious it's a like, obviously, like, it's a podcast, but, like, not that, like, I'm interviewing them and it's just awkward, you know what I mean? Like, I want them to feel comfortable, whoever it is, and just be able to talk and feel cool, and not, and it could be anyone. Like, I'm not, like, obviously, like, this is, like, I'm brand new to this, so I want, like, anyone who has a fun story to just contact me. Whoever has a juicy story, has tea they want to spill, like, you know what I'm saying? And just, yeah, just reach out to me. I'll have the, sorry guys, I'm driving at the same time. I'll have the email, you know, as well as, like, all my social media for that podcast that you can contact me on. And yeah, I have to think of some concepts, ideas, but I'm really, like, down. Like, I want people to come on and be able to just talk about their, like, you know, just whatever they want to talk about. Like, you know what I mean? That's really all it is. It's not that deep. I think it's just an interesting, cool way to do podcasting. And yeah, that's essentially it. But I'm excited. I wanted you guys to know about it. And yeah, I mean, that's essentially it. Obviously, females only. Not that I'm against men. I just only am, I guess, a girl podcast, so I want women to, you know, submit me stuff. I mean, if you are a guy and want to submit me a crazy story, that's all good, you can. But as for, like, guests on the show to interview, I'm kind of just, for now, sticking with females only, and it's just because it's the vibe of the show. But that doesn't mean I won't, like, hear any crazy male stories if you guys want to submit me, or, you know, whatever. But I'm trying to keep it just females, because it's a girl podcast. So yeah, I'm excited, and I can't wait to hear crazy stories or whatever it is that you guys submit me. And, you know, I can't wait for you just to watch and see what I have in store. I'm just gonna start doing some episodes and whatnot, but I cannot wait. And that's really it. That's really it. I'm not gonna get, like, too crazy in that, but yeah, that's essentially it. real quick before I get off. A lot of people on social media promote like a fake, like a fake persona and, you know, character, if you will. And I just think with this specific podcast, this isn't a character I'm playing, or this isn't like fake. Like, I'm being myself, and I think that's what I love truly most about it. And some people might be shy away from like to talk about certain things or to act a certain way because they want to look professional, or they want to dim their light for other people, and I'm just not about that. Like, I'll never dim my light for anyone, even to be professional. Like, I try to tone it down with my cursing. Like, I'm not cursing like every single sentence, you know, but like, I do have a potty mouth, and I do have, you know, sometimes I say raunchy things that maybe other people would go, whoa, like, that's crazy you said that, and that's just who I am. So I feel like this podcast will definitely represent that, and I think you could do it in a way where, yeah, it's not like too obnoxious, but it is like still being true to who I am, and it's not like I have to censor myself or watch what I say, even though it is YouTube, so I guess, I don't know, we'll have to figure that out, but I just want to be true to who I am and not be like minimized because I have to watch what I say. I hate that for me. And I know it is YouTube, so there's only really so much things you can say. But, you know, we'll figure it out. I mean, I'm going to see if I can, I know my other podcast is on Apple, which is awesome. I have to get more episodes up for that, but I would like this podcast especially to be on like Spotify and Apple. Like, that would be crazy if I could get them on there. Just because it's definitely a different twist and vibe to my personality, and, you know, just the whole like, it's just polar opposite of what I normally do. Like, you know, it's totally polar opposite, but it's more endeared to who I am, like true to who I am. So yeah, it's pretty much it, guys. I'm not gonna like bore you too much, but I'm excited. Like I said, if you have any crazy stories you want to submit me, feel free to. I'll link everything below, and I'm really excited, and I can't wait. And it's gonna be definitely a different spin to things, but I'm excited. So that is all. I will see you guys